Enter the Dragon just arrived on 4K from Warner Brothers this week, and I wanted to talk about this movie. This is a Bruce Lee classic, of course, and I'm going to review the movie in the 4K, which I do quite often on this channel if you're new to this. Um, I did watch the special edition version because that's from what I understand, that's Bruce Lee's preferred way of watching the film, and so that's the way I chose to watch it for this review. And yeah, this is just such a cool martial arts movie that has so much great, of course, martial arts, right? Bruce Lee's an icon. I don't really want to say too much about the movie because if you've never seen this movie, you gotta watch it. It's iconic. There's so many great aspects about this movie. It's very 70 in its music and its tone and its style to it, but that also adds so much to this movie. And some of the best martial arts movies where you will find will feel very 70s and of their time and still hold up in their own right, which is kind of unique for this style of movie, right? Because so many times when you talk about a movie feeling like a certain area, a time and era, that's usually a negative, but in this case it's a positive. It makes the movie a lot stronger. It's got incredibly well choreographed action, and everything's so real and crazy, and it's just great to see movies like this, right? Because it makes you go back to the days of these martial arts action movies and make you wonder, why is everything so CGI now, or quick cut, or so lazy now when it comes to our action movies? Do we really get that kind of great stuff? I mean, even John Wick feels like the need to be a little flashy and other things, right? Where even though there's a lot of great stunt work and other things like that in those movies, but not like this, and this is why Bruce Lee's an icon. This is why these things continue on for generations and generations, right? This is still an iconic film, still being rewatched. What an incredible film. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. The 4K, it looks incredible. This movie is, you can just tell that this is the best this movie's ever looked, even if you've never owned this movie before and never seen it before. This is a movie that will get people to buy 4K, right? And I think that this movie will look as good as it's going to get. It is not the best possible release of this movie. I say that because there's been multiple versions of this release in the United States. There's been the Bruce Lee Criterion Collection, which is an incredible collection. And none of them been 4K. I'm just saying that right now. There was the previous Blu-ray editions Warner Brothers put out. And what's unfortunate is all those releases had all these extras, bonus features that are just not here. The only special features that are listed are not really special features. So it includes theatrical special edition versions. Those are just versions of the movie. Those aren't really special features, but yet somehow they're listed as special features on the back, which is insulting. Introduction by Linda Lee Cadwell. Commentary by Paul Haller and Michael Ellen. These, those are stuff that introduces you to the film for the movie. So, there's stuff here, but it's just not as good of a presentation. It has a beautiful slipcover. It has really cool disc art with the dragon on the front. On the disc, I don't know where you can see that on camera, but, this is a great looking addition. It's a great looking movie. I recommend getting it if you really love this movie. But if you have a Blu-ray version of this, you want to be able to upgrade. Be like, sure, Warner Brothers put out a previous edition. Why can't they just slide over all the special features? I don't get why they keep doing this. This is the thing with Warner Brothers. I understand why they can't get Criterion special features, because Criterion, part of the point of Criterion is those special features are exclusive to their editions for the most part. The only company that's been able to slide some of that stuff over is Kino Lorber, for the most part. But for the most part, most companies are not able to get those rights for those Criterion special features, which is fine. Because Criterions are really for the high-end collector, where something like this more is for the, I guess, not necessarily casual collector, but not someone who's going to go out and buy like 50 Criterions, right? So this is, I don't know. Get the release if you want it. It's a great release, but it's still not as good as it could be.